Walking Dead 151, and this is a prediction video. Now, I gotta start doing my predictions. I mean, my predictions have to be great this year. I set a goal to have my predictions a lot better when it comes to UFC, Walking Dead, whatever. Well, anyway, so what we had in 150, it was a good chapter. It was a great setup. We had Rick. He got attacked by his own people, but yet he forgave one of the person who attacked him. He used his teeth again on some guy's throat, and he explained to everybody that he wanted to get a military army going. So that's where we left off in 150. Now we're heading to 151, which title is it's called Call to Arms. It's called Call to Arms, and we have Dwight in the front page, and he's rocking out everything. He has guns everywhere. He has a pouch full of guns. He has Lucille with him. He has this, military style vest. He has everything he needs for war. So Call to Arms is basically, I think, what's going to happen in this next chapter is just everybody learning the ropes, everybody getting a gun, everybody figuring our Andrea. I think Andrea is going to be the head of of course, the armory, head of everything, the training and stuff. So I think they're going to learn definitely how to shoot accurately, to use a gun, especially other weapons. Maybe they have like explosives, homemade stuff, and just overall just be soldiers just soldiers, man, to be soldiers. Well, anyway, I don't see this working out though. I really don't. I think this military, it's a good idea thinking it, but doing it, it's not a great idea, especially since these people aren't soldiers. These people are just civilians. Some of them maybe be capable of being the next Abraham, but I think most of them are their fear. Fear is what takes over. And actually, one of the issues has to dwell on fear. So I think fear is going to just really hit some of these people, and they're going to be too afraid. They're going to be armed, dangerous, and they're going to lose it, man. They're going to lose it. And if they do, if they are armed and they are dangerous, I really believe that it could backfire on Rick. They could actually do a mutiny on him and say, hey, we're trained, we're killers, we don't need you anymore. We could defend ourselves. We don't need a leader. So it could all just fall apart just on Rick's face. But we're not talking about in the future. We're talking about 151. So I think there could be some big reveal at maybe in this chapter, maybe a reveal that, Rick says, Negan, why don't you come out, or something like that. We could have something with Negan, because I don't think Negan's going to sit in the sidelines. My buddy Mike, my partner in crime, who we do a podcast, hopefully we get a podcast going pretty soon, but he believes that, Negan is here for the long haul, and I think he's not in it for the long haul. I think he's going to play, of course, a huge part in this war. It'd be just a waste if he doesn't at least, play a part. And I think Rick is going to let him. I think Rick is going to let him out of his cage and actually have him help. I'm not sure. We'll see. I don't think 151 is the chapter that he does it, but I think there's going to be a little bit more conversation between him and Negan, and I think he's going to be trying to we're building more trust than anything. I think not only are we going to see the people that Rick, the community training to be a military, but I think on the flip side of the next chapter, we're going to see what the Whisperers are up to, because we haven't really seen what the Whisperers are really up to. And I think the Whisperers, I think they're going to have a spy maybe watching them. Of course, Alpha did say that we're going to watch your ass. So I think there's no way that they're not going to find out that Rick is planning something or planning to do a militarized army. And that's where Alpha is going to make her move or say, okay, gear up. We're not going to allow them to train and to be this threat. Well, let's just get them while they are weak. So I think in this chapter we're going to see half of what Rick and the community is doing, and then half of what Whispers and what their move is. We'll probably see a little bit of Carl and Lydia, and we'll probably see the two dynamics. And we saw Carl in the last chapter with Lydia. So I think we'll hear both of them more about what their future plans is, how maybe what Carl and his maybe love for Lydia, and how much just really them talking like Rick and Andrea just talking about their current situation, maybe their future situation. Andrea, well, then again, I said that Andrea was going to head up the army and the military. Andrea is with Carl at this point, and I think in this chapter, Rick will probably go get Carl, Lydia, and Andrea and tell them let's go, or at least Andrea and tell them let's go. Come on, that could be one of the possibilities. But if Andrea's not going to be the head of the army in this chapter, or head of armory, or head of just training, you have Jesus, you have Maggie, you have all these veterans who do know how to fire a gun, and who do know how to kick ass. So especially Jesus is going to be one of the, definitely the hand on combat, the taijutsu combat, pretty much. He's definitely going to be part of that, I believe. So in 151, I don't expect too much. I don't expect a lot of crazy stuff happening in this chapter. I just expect more of a setup and maybe a reveal, or maybe with Eugene in the radio, maybe our Eugene with the armory and the ammo. We also have and then you probably have Michonne wielding the katana, probably teach people, the secondary weapon. If the gun doesn't work, you use a knife. So she'll probably head that up too. And Rick, of course, the strategist, however you say it, he might be doing that as well. But honestly, I just don't expect too much in this chapter. I just expect a little bit more setup. Definitely what's happening to the Whisperers at this point. So the next issue will come out in February 3rd, 2016. I can't wait. We're almost there. It's just right around the corner. But it's really cool little cover page with Dwight. I'll probably well, I don't really want to talk, but you're going to see it on the podcast, or the video I'm doing right now anyway. But Dwight, man, that face is looking pretty burnt, Dwight. I'm just saying. And Dwight kind of looks like Rick to me. He kind of reminds me of Rick. So I'm wondering when Negan is gonna he's not making a move. I don't think he's gonna make a move. He seems like he's calm, cool, collective right now. At the end of 150, he was like that a boy to Rick when Rick was rallying up the troops. So I mean, it's gonna be everything's gonna be so interesting. It's fun to always predict and see what's gonna happen next. But 151, I just don't expect too much. I expect to see two sides, what they're doing, a little bit of Carl, a little bit of Lydia, maybe Rick going to see them. Also, just maybe a reveal. I don't expect too much, and I expect the Whisperers spying on Rick and their community. So we'll see about that. Thank you guys for listening. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button for all my videos on Walking Dead. Like the video if you like it, and comment below. Until next time, until we talk more The Walking Dead. I'll see you guys later.